Hello, Aquarius. This is Barta from Roosters, Peacock, and I'm going to be doing your June 22nd through the 28th general intuitive reading. I hope everybody's doing well. And as the reading gets going, takes the pieces and parts and leave the rest. All right, let's see what's spinning around in your atmosphere, Aquarius. Aquarius. There we go. Okay, the first card that comes up is the Queen of Hearts. Then we have the Three of Clubs and the Five of Hearts. There's big changes coming. I'm going to tell you right now, I see one change card, but there's definitely big changes. We've got Seven of Spades, work or health challenges, spiritual work experiences. I think this is, I don't know if I kept hearing change of mind, but I don't think that's what it is. I think you're going to be going back and forth in your head about it. But I think the final result is change, which I'm finding in this time period that most zodiac signs are definitely implementing change. This is change that you already have been either, you've already put it in the works. I'm seeing the wheel. I think it was Scorpio as well that had changes. We've got the Truth card. We've got the fair gray-haired woman, and that could also represent somebody with lighter colored hair. Okay, we've got anxiety. We've got heartbreak, and we've got secrets. Okay, let's see where this is going. All right, Aquarius. Let's see. With the Queen of Hearts, we've got the Mother card, childbirth for women, sexual or sensual indulgence, laziness. The first thing that stands out in my head on this one is be careful of not overindulging, but also the Mother card. The Empress is standing out in my head for this as well. We've got the Three of Clubs, mental creativity, worry, or the Writer's card. I think there's going to be worry about this, and I think this is around a mother type figure. Okay, this could be family, friends, lovers. I really think this is going to be more close to home, like family or lovers. That's what it feels like. All right, yeah, there's been a lot of up in the head about it, and this is around the Five of Hearts, divorce, change of heart or feeling, a journey away from love, a journey from or to loved ones. All right, yep, definitely been up in your head about this. This card right here that's face down is something that you're not speaking about, something you can't see clearly yet or hasn't happened yet. Let's see what it is. Walking away. That's what I get. You're going to be walking away from a situation. 100%. It's we've got the Eight of Cups, which is turning your back and walking away and kind of cutting your losses. That's what I get. This is going to be coming quite soon, I believe. You know what? August has been standing out in my head, July and August, for a lot when I was reading a lot of the zodiac signs, and yours is definitely standing out. It's you're going to be wearing a whole different suit. I think you're going to be in a different position in August. That's what I feel. We've got the Seven of Cups, fairy favors, looking through the glass of contemplation. It's also talking about be careful not to make up imaginary scenarios in your head. There's many different meanings for this, but honestly, this one right here is definitely you see how he's sitting here and he's looking at the one cup that has a handkerchief over top of it or a cloth, and you can't see quite what it is. Okay, this is a brand new beginning. This is what I feel. I don't see the aces here, but this is definitely a brand new beginning, but you're definitely walking away from a mindset, circumstances. This is actually taking and walking away so that you can have a brighter future. Okay, and the answer is yes. All right, and I feel August. But anyway, we've got here the Nine of Swords. The woman is sitting here and they've got their head in their hands. This is anxiety, loss of sleep, not being able to concentrate. I think loss of sleep, it's just keeping you up at night. Or it's definitely interrupting sleep. So we've got the Sun card, which is the yes card, but it's not just about that. I keep getting August for this. Okay, this is movement forward. All right, you're going to be moving away from a situation or situations that have had secrets involved around them, heartbreak, caused a lot of anxiety, and a truth is going to be coming out. Whether this is your truth or somebody else's truth, I think this might be your truth. Your truth is going to be surfacing. All right, let's see here. All right, Aquarius. Yeah, this is the truth surfacing. This is literally just turning your back and cutting your losses. That's what I get. What are you headed for? Milk and honey? This is something, if it has not been implemented yet, it will be implemented in the very near future. It's definitely something that takes up a lot of your time and thoughts. Yep. I'm seeing round and round in my head. So this is something you're definitely rolling around in your head. And for a lot of you, this is looking at the future and knowing that this Eight of Cups, just kind of cutting your losses, is actually in your best interest here. We've got the sun. It's going to be much brighter, feeling much more like yourself. Okay, this card right here fell down over top of the Eight of Clubs. Mending. All right. After you've walking away from something, whether this is the past, people, places, or things, there is going to be mending. All right. We've got to be fair. Now, instantly what I see is the balance scales could also represent a Libra, but I really think it's literally about being fair. In a situation, it's about bringing balance, or if it's just one-sided, then you've decided that you're going to bring balance back into the situation. And how are you going to do that? Looks to me like there's mending, healing as when walking away. That's when your healing will come. Walking away from past thoughts, feelings, situations. This is kind of like almost like the past is catching up. That's what I feel. We've got the observer. I think during this week, you'll be really sitting back and really watching other people. Really paying attention. We've got regeneration. And we've got blessed. Okay, so if you're sitting here and you're in some kind of situation where there's secrets, there's heartbreak, anxiety around this, and truth, I think this is the truth being spoken. This is somebody telling the truth or speaking up. That's what I feel. Yep. Ooh, I want to do these. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what we got here. Yep. This is definitely going to be hitting the Aquariuses that have massive amounts of goals. And they're able, you know what, during this week, even though we have the Nine of Swords right here, which is kind of anxiety, loss of sleep, it's just kind of like a turmoil. It's telling me that there's goals right here. So this is definitely going to be hitting the Aquariuses. And this right here, this almost feels like it represents a person. It's a King of Cups. Okay, I don't even feel like reading into it. It just really represents a person. Okay, this one right here is, like I said, goals and meditation. I think you really got your eye on the prize that's going to be best for you. I think if you haven't made, you're okay. So this week, you're beginning to take steps. That's what I get. We've got the word steps here. You're taking steps to a final goal, which is final goal is going to be mending and healing and walking away from people, places, things past. We've got the Sun card heading to something much brighter and happiness. All right. We've got peace, because your peace is so much more important. And that's what you're going to be focusing on. And there's nothing selfish about focusing on yourself and your own mental health. And it looks to me like this is where it's going to be something that you're going to be taking your mental peace and your mental stability in your own hands. And you will be leaving a situation behind, is what I get. Peaceful. You've got peace and peaceful. And around this situation, you're going to be actually find, even though it may not feel like that right now, it is actually, there's a lot of peace around here. We've got peace and peaceful. You're focused on your goals. Reward. Support. You do have the support around you. I think this actually, well, it's just what it is. Reward. I don't need to put anything. It's going to be like you're going to be blessing yourself. That's what it feels like to me. Finally, you're going to be blessing yourself, not just blessing all the people around you. All right. Definitely you have support in the actions you're going to be taking. Okay, we've got the card waiting right here, and it is sideways. And to me, that is moving. It's moving through your waiting period. This is kind of a waiting period. It's not going to be a very long waiting period, because actually this is something that, once I think you've rolled it over in your head enough that the decision is going to be made. So you can heal and move on from a situation. Again, this is about change, divorce, change of heart or feelings, or a journey away from or to loved ones. However that applies to you, definitely. Let's go ahead and pull one final card for you for the week. Let's see. Yes. You watch. I say one card, and there's going to be a couple of them pop out, but I'll take them. All right. Aquarius. All right. Earth magic. We've got earth magic and we've got communion. All right, this is actually, oh, and we've got passion. Oh my Lord, hold on here. I didn't see those. All right, let's start with this one right here, ebb and flow. It's reversed, and I will take it because this week it may not feel like everything's going with the ebb and flow. It's kind of just sitting there waiting for a change to come in. It's a waiting period. We've got passion. I believe by the end of the week, you're going to kind of get a little spark here. Now, it's also, to me, I'm not seeing the volcano, but it does, to me, tell me that you need to kind of watch temperaments, because temperaments can flare and it can come out of nowhere. It's going to come fast. That's what I feel. But this one right here, you're definitely going to be pursuing your goals, and you're going to be focused on yourself as well, not just everybody else. And this is not a selfish thing. This is something that needed to happen. This is something that you are finally learning. Yeah, finally learning. We've got communion. I think this is something either you've been praying about or you've been asking for a higher power for help about. But we've got fairies, earth magic. Okay, you're about to be answered. And the final result is the sun. You will be coming out of the anxiety. All right, this week there may be some anxiety, sleepless nights of some kind, but it's thinking out. This is not a rash decision. This is something that you're not rushing forward. This is something you've had a lot of time to think about. All right, Aquarius, until next week, I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.